career, what helped me not have a big head at any point was I had Eminem around. So when I'm doing 13 million records on my first album, I have the Marshall Mathers LP to look at that's doing 23 million records. You understand? So like, while everybody else was like, going, damn, 13 million, because like for an African-American male solo artist, most I seen was All Eyez On Me go diamond being a double CD. So it was 5 million copies, but it meant it went diamond because it was a double CD. And for Get Rich or Die Tryin, that was like one song short of a double album. And I did 13 million records. So it would be 26 million records. They did charge 19.99. You know what I mean? They did charge a double CD cost, but it was grown. You know what I mean? And him, a lot of the talent, they don't want to give him the credit for it, but a lot of the consumer base opens up when they see themselves in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Black culture, it's Black music, but when you see multicultural people participating in it, it becomes broad enough to be something that everybody appreciates and enjoys on the highest level. And M is a big part of it. It's like you had guys that were impacted in different ways, like even Vanilla Ice impacted, right? But it wasn't creditable. I love him to death. That's my boy. I don't care what happens. We know, like in my experience, like M, Dre, Jimmy, and Paul Rosenberg was able to come to London when I did Wireless Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out there. So they came for my birthday to hang out, and we got a chance to kick it. But I talked to him. I just call him randomly, or I text to see what's up, just randomly see. But M is like I don't know. I put him next to my grandmother.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he never. There was never a point that I had confusion going on. And for artists, the most vulnerable point for us is confusion, right? Because it's not, you have money, you have things around to comfort you, but when you're in a space where there's confusion, like you can't even figure out what direction to write in, you can't figure out what to do and then you don't feel good at that point. It's like, it's just a low point for creative people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that whenever that was going on, he wasn't participating with it ever. Like it was always a place where I could go and communicate or just talk to him and know that he has my best interest at heart. Like friends, when we say, yo, nah, it's my man, like cool. I think we give the title friend away too easy. Like these people are associates, you know them and you're on good standings, but is that person your friend? Because if that person is your friend, they'll truly have your best interest at heart. They'll want to see you do well. They want everything that you want for yourself. They want it. Because that's gonna make you shine from your core. The things that you yearning for, like in your life, the things that you want at the base of who you are. When someone's there to be supportive of you achieving that, in every way they can help you, they go, what you want to do? When I do something, like they couldn't get him in front of the camera after he did 8 Mile. 20 years. I'm telling me personally, they would come to me to try and get him. And go, yo, we got $8 million for this. Oh, he'll only have to work for 3 weeks and he can work in Detroit.
No.
Right? And then I'm like, I'll tell him. I'll let him know. You know what I mean? Like I'll give him the message anyway. And then there's the point where look, he knows that if he say no, I'm like, you just said no, but I have to say it to you so you can say no to me because it's real money. You know what I mean? And that the same concept with the Super Bowl. See, they don't understand the relationship. They was trying to get him to do the Super Bowl without me.
Wasn't happening.
And that's not it. It wouldn't happen.
No way.
You see what I'm saying? Because he would look and go, it's okay for the award shows not to give me the trophies. If you look at guys that are completely committed to the craft and writing and like that, there's nothing else. The M doesn't want to do anything else. The only time they was able to get him back in front of the camera was because I was directing BMF. I got him to come out and play White Boy Rick for me when I was shooting in Detroit. And that was because he watched Power and he was like, yo, he go, yo, how you know how to do that shit? Like, yeah, because we spent so much time on the music in the studios and shit like that, that I would gather whatever I felt like was dope, like good material and shit like that. And then I come and I just press play and I watch him and see if I don't get no response out of it, I would really scrap the record. I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't use it if he didn't respond to it. Like that and hear the record like it meant something, then I'm like, nah, I'm not using that shit. That shit it's unmeasurable, man. I think until you can look at it and say, like, you got artists that within the culture that are they'll look at it and say, well, we don't hear his records in the nightclub. Or we're not, it's just different, like different things, different energy. But when he didn't make those records with intentions for you to listen to it there. Mm. And if that was the goal, we'd make one right now that would fuck up your life because it would be in there so hard. You understand? Like it would be played across top 40 and crossover radio until it's a different energy. You gotta look at it like he don't know what the inside of Summer Jam looks like. The inside of Hot 97. Either one. When he did do something like that, it was Jingle Bell. It was Z100. Mm. It's a broader audience. What I'm saying to you is when that audience captures the art form and becomes attracted to it, they buy other people's art from the art form. That's where the sales is coming from. No Eminem, no Bentley, no Ferrari, no Lamborghinis. Now versus the way they did 50 years ago in culture and hip hop. Like if you look at the beginning of it, they're the foundation of it. So you always show them respect. Or we wouldn't even have the ideas we had to be a part of it. Right? But they didn't make the money. It wasn't there. You know, they put forth the same effort and creatively put the energy into it to make exciting moments, and they were competitive. So they battled. They made each other better. You know what I mean? And within today's climate, we can act like we're not acknowledging who's delivering and who's not. But common sense says you're in the music business, right?